family has something that connects them in a special way, and my family is knitting. Whether it's my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, my cousins, or my siblings, we all knit. And in my life, I did 9 scarves, 3 hats, and 1 pair of leg warmers. And I just feel so blessed to have this skill because in our culture today, scarves are not only worn to keep us warm, but we also wear it as a personal fashion statement about who we are in our own personal style. And so I'm going to go over the 3 steps of gathering materials, knitting the scarf, and then finishing the scarf. And so when you go get your materials, you go to the store and you just get whatever string you want, whether it's thick fluffy string or thin string. And then you get 2 needles or 1 loom depending on the technique you want to do. And so with needles, it's very easy to start, and all you do is you take your string, and obviously like this one's already started, but what you would do is you would wrap it all the way around your needle, and then you just tie a knot and you make sure to double knot it so it stays and doesn't fall off. And then all you do to add loops to give it the designated the width of your yarn, which you see this is the width, is you wrap the string all the way around your finger, and then you stick the needle in between the yarn and your finger, and you just pull it through, and you just continue doing this until you get whatever width you want. And after you do this, then all you do is you take your second needle and you just go underneath the top loop, and you put the needle behind, and then you take your extra string and you wrap it around the back needle, and then you pull it through and go underneath that loop, and then you take it over and just release it like this. And you just continue doing this until you're all the way down to the end, and then you just keep going back and forth, just creating new rows until you have your desired length of the scarf. And finishing off the scarf is very easy. It's almost the same as actually knitting the scarf because you knit 2 and then you just pull over 1, which I will be able to demonstrate as soon as I'm finished knitting this row. And there's many different types of yarn that you can do to give you different textures of scarves and just different techniques that are just really fun to be able to express yourself. And so how to finish a scarf is all you do is you, like I said earlier, is you knit 2 normal loops, and then what you do is you take your second needle with all of these loops on it, and you go on the bottom loop, and you just bring it over the top loop, and then you just go over the string like this. And you just continue doing that until you're all the way done, until you have 1 loop left, and then you take this string, you cut it, and you just weave it through the loop, and then you tie it and double knot it, and that is your finished scarf. And then with looming, it's a lot more people do this because it's a lot easier. It's with this, and what you do is you similarly to your needles, is you take this and you tie a knot around this pole. But then what you do is you do a figure 8 motion where you go from the inside and then you just do figure 8s around your poles until you've got your designated length. And then normally this would just be 1 when you start off with, so you push it down and do another, so you have 2 rows. And then you take the bottom row, the loops, and then you just push them over the top rows, over the poles, and that creates the different knots looking and just this overall style of scarf. And then to finish it, it's a lot easier. All you do is you take this top, you only have 1 row this time, and you take this loop, and then you take your extra string and you cut it just the same as you did with the needles, and then you weave it through this loop and then let the loop go, and then you do the same with every other loop until you're done, and then you tie a knot and double knot it. So today I've talked to you about gathering your materials, about knitting your scarf, and then actually finishing off your scarf. And something that I just love about knitting is just it really allows you to show off your creativity, and you can make homemade gifts for friends. It just means so much. Or you can give gifts to people in need, or you can just make creative scarves for yourself. And so I know I definitely want to carry on this tradition for the rest of my family. Thank you.